All right, folks, what is going on? Episode 411 of the First and Frame Rate Show. I am VF Baller, and we're going to close out Friday with game day. It is game day for the Atlanta Falcons. They're going to be playing the Detroit Lions, first game of the preseason for the 2022 season. I am somewhat excited because it is actually happening. You know, the NFL season is starting. The regular season obviously hasn't, but the unofficial start of the season is here with the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Detroit Lions, going up to Detroit to play the Lions. And this is a really good game for the Falcons. And I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions why and what do I expect in this game. So I'm going to give you all that. Not going to try to keep you guys around too long. Usually Friday is like my shorter episode. So hopefully that will work out that way and you guys can enjoy your weekend as well as enjoy the game later on tonight. If this is your first time here, welcome to the First and Frame Rate Show. I'm VF Baller. Over here, we talk about Georgia Southern Atlanta Falcons football. I can be found on YouTube and Rumble. Also, I'm on Anchor, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. So if you want to listen to the podcast on the audio side, the avenue is there. Also, I do have the visual side within YouTube and Rumble. So thank you guys for the support. I mean, on YouTube, I think we're getting closer to 1180 as far as subs. I mean, to me, that's a pretty big deal, but we're getting closer. Hopefully, by the time the season starts, we get to 1200. It'll be up to you guys to share this episode and share all the information that's here. Let everybody know what we're doing over here. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. What do I expect and why do I think this game is a pretty good game for the Falcons? First and foremost, it's the Lions. And not to take nothing away from the Lions, but the Lions just have not been a good team for a long time. And with that being said, this gives the Falcons a chance to actually assess, what they can do. And that's really what you want to do, when it comes to preseason anyway. You want to worry about what you do. You're not worrying about trying to win the game. You're not worrying about trying to do anything extra. You're just trying to, show off what you can do as far as executing the game plan, get some of the rust, shake some of that stuff off, and actually go in there and play some ball. And I think this is one of the things that the Falcons need, especially with the transition that has been going on for the past couple of years. And you got a lot of personnel that's going to be here now that wasn't here last year. So you got to see how all that gels together and how all that works out. How can these guys be able to work together to form a pretty decent football team? And it all starts really in training camp and in early forms of preseason. But the first game of the preseason is really you get to see how things move in fast motion. Now, we already looked at the depth chart. I don't know if that depth chart is still the depth chart to look at when it comes to today's game. We just don't know. But with that being said, if we're looking at anything that's close to that, you're going to see a lot of guys who are basically trying to vie for a position or just trying to make the team. So that's why you saw the Kadero Hodges on one, or actually wide receiver one, or whatever the case may be. You're going to see Marcus Mariota actually take the helm for the first maybe couple of series or the first quarter, or whatever the case may be. You're just going to get a really good feel of what's going on. Also, what I want to see is what I actually want to see is how a lot of these guys who are vying for position, like you said, the Kadero Hodges or even some of the, offensive linemen that are going to be rotated in and out, how they fare well against, the Lions. Also, what's going to be going on with the second tight end? Who's actually going to be the guy behind Kyle Pitts? The running game, how formidable is that going to be? Is it going to be a situation where it's going to be just CP84 running the ball? I mean, who are we going to see in all that instances? But for the most part, I'll get to the defense in a second, but for the most part, I just want to see the offense just execute. I don't want to see them try to blow the doors off the Lions, try to win the football game. Whatever they're trying to put together is just going to be like a glorified practice. Just continue to get better at whatever you guys have been practicing on offense. And that's basically what I expect for the most part when it comes to that. Now, defensively, I want to see a little bit more on defense because this is Dean Pease defense and he's been talking a lot. Honestly, I don't want to see them just, go through the motions. I actually want to see them make some stops. I want to see them make some clean tackles. I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of want to see a turnover as well Because the thing about it is, I've been on record saying this, and I still believe this. Defense is what's going to carry this team too far in the playoffs, if they even touch the playoffs. But the offense, all the offense has to do is just play safe football. I understand we want to see explosive plays. We want to see a lot of flash and a lot of scoring. And you got these big receivers now. You got a running game that's actually showing that they could do something. You want to see all that, but I want to see the offense be safe, but I want to see the defense get their tackling down. I want to see these guys make some stops. I want to see these guys not necessarily play hard. I just want to see them play smart. I want to see them be put in position to actually make a play. I don't care who's out there. There's not one particular person that I'm looking at on defense. If I had to pick somebody, I really want to look at Richie Grant. Another person I want to see is Arnold Ebiketie. And a third person I wouldn't mind seeing, and I really want to see how well Rashaan Evans, if he plays enough, I want to see how well he will be able to run this offense from the linebacker position, because we all know about, A.J. Terrell. Seems like he's going to be the face of the franchise for right now. But Rashaan Evans is going to be that guy. He has the talent, and he has the knowledge to help run Dean Pease's defense. So I want to see, even at the few times that he's there, I want to see what he's actually able to do. I want to see how he's going to actually get people in position to do things, even if that's going to be the case. At the end of the day, I just want to see these guys get some stops and do some things that's formidable against the Lions. And like I said, the Lions is a pretty good team to play against, because they don't have anybody to really look for when it comes to weapons. And I think Jameson Williams is not going to play the first game, so it's not much to really look at. I just want to see these guys just go through the motions of having a glorified practice against the Lions. If I had to pick anybody on offense that I'm looking for, really just the quarterbacks. I want to see Mariota. I want to see Ritter. That's pretty much it. I think I talked about a couple of guys that I want to see stand out on offense. I think Auden Tate was one of them. I just want to see these guys get some reps and do some things against somebody else other than themselves. I actually want to see Felipe Franks be a tight end more as well. But outside of, mostly just the defense, I want to see them just make plays. And I'm not saying make plays get turnover. I just want to see them play solid, clean football. I want to see some good tackling out there. I want to see a couple of 3-and-outs. I want to see a couple of third down stops. It doesn't necessarily be 3 and out. I just want to see a couple of good third down stops. I want them to get the Lions offense off the field as quick as possible. That's all I want to see with that. I think with this game, I really feel that the Falcons are really going to surprise some people. I think they're going to show some things that we didn't think that was going to be possible. I think they're going to actually show some things that we didn't know what was there. I think that this offense is going to look a lot different than last year, where you had Matt Ryan basically just trying to find people open and basically looking at Kyle Pitts and Cordell Patterson like, look, I need y'all to do something for me to get open. I think this is going to be more of a situation where Mariota is actually going to be able to spread the ball around between 4 or 5, and in some cases 6 different people. And that's going to be really cool to see at the end of the day. I'm really intrigued to see if Mariota or Ritter can able to distribute the ball like that. Now, I don't think that's going to happen in this game. I would be highly surprised if it did. But by the time at least week 3 or week 1 of the regular season, I want to see the ball, 7 different receivers catch a ball. I want to see that, and I think we'll be able to achieve that. But it all starts with what we see in the preseason week 1 against the Lions. Like I said, I told you a couple of guys that I think to stand out. Another person I want to talk about real quick, and not necessarily talk about, but one person I want to see if they actually about their life and they're stepping up like they showed, Teez Tabor, because he surprised me a lot in training camp. I want to see how that translates. See how that translates to the actual game on the field when you're playing against different another opponent other than guys in the training camp. When you're playing against other teams, how does that translate? How does that play out? And that's pretty much it. All the other guys, they're pretty much established. Isaiah Oliver, Casey Hayward. You also have A.J. Terrell. those guys stand out. It's cool, but they already been established. I want to see what Richie Grant has done with his transition. I want to see Rashaan Evans lead this defense. I want to see Arnold Ebiketie get out there and see if he can really pass rush. I want to see if Teez Tabor really can cover like he's been showing. On offense, I really want to see what Alden Tate can do, both the quarterbacks, Ritter and Mariota. I want to see those guys get a good bit of reps. I want to see those guys make some completions. Overall, I want to see the offense just play some safe football. They don't have to worry about scoring. Just run some safe football. Run your plays and see how well they go. If they happen to make a touchdown, so be it. As far as the defense, I want to play a little physical, a little fast. Just execute. They don't have to go super duper hard. I just want to see them guys just execute and get some clean tackles, because that's one thing that's been hurting us. We haven't been getting enough clean tackles for the past few years, especially out of our linebackers. But I think with Rashaan Evans, that will change that. But last but not least, before I get out of here, and I'm not going to keep up you guys too much longer, I want these guys to walk out of this game unscathed. I don't want to see any injuries. You already see what's going on down there in Tampa Bay. Something is really weird going on down there in Tampa Bay. All these guys getting carted off the field. Tom Brady's taking leave of absence. What is going on? I don't know. And to be honest, I don't care. Back to the Julio Jones video. I don't care. I really don't. I'm focused on these Falcons and see what we can do as far as us trying to make a run in the division or maybe in the NFC as a whole. But that's going to be a really big task. This team is definitely in a rebuild, but I like the pieces that they put in, and I can't wait to see what they do in the preseason versus the Lions. If you like this commentary, hit the like button, share this podcast, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It is game day, people. I think I rambled enough about it, but it's game day. We're playing the Lions. Football is back. Let me know what you guys think. I am on wow. I just pretty much got tongue-tied right there. I am on Anchor, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts on on audio side. But on the visuals, I'm on YouTube and Rumble. Man, I am all over the place. This is just really weird. But I want to thank you guys enough. I cannot thank you guys enough, but I want to let you know that I appreciate you guys. Another weekend is here. Another week is in the can, and I cannot thank you guys enough. Thank you guys for the support. We're moving right along up on the podcast avenue as well. A lot of people are viewing and downloading. I can't thank you guys enough for that. Subscribe over there as well, just in case one of these other platforms go down. You got 5 other platforms that you can do that's podcast related. So hopefully you guys take the chance to do that. All the links are down in the description if you want to help this podcast grow. And I think I went a little bit longer than I thought I did, but that's all right. You guys enjoy the rest of your the beginning of your weekend, and I may do a video or whatever throughout the weekend talking about the post game of this game. All right, y'all. Y'all take it easy and y'all be blessed. Peace.